Aloha, Scott Sylvan Bell coming live from Sacramento, California, June 28, 2016, 8:53 in the morning. Perfect day to talk about sales. Now, I want to share something with you that's really going to help your sales process, but it's going to take a lot of thought and a lot of effort. And the cool thing is most people won't do it. So your competition will be like, I don't want to do that, okay? It's the foot in the door technique. So I'm gonna share two studies with you, and then we'll figure out a way to make it work for your product, your service, your widget, your gizmo. So in the 70s, they had these people go and they knock on the doors, and they say, hey, to the homeowner or whoever's living there, would you mind, filling out this postcard for me? And the person's like, yeah, I'll fill out a postcard. No big deal. I'll fill out a postcard all day long. Okay? And then a couple months later, they come back, knock on the door. Hey, remember I came by and I had you fill out that postcard, or a company did, or an organization did? The person goes, yeah, I remember that. They say, hey, would you mind, if we went and checked out your cabinets, like in your kitchen? And the people, really? Yeah, come on in. You were here before. Okay? So that's the first study. Like, believe it or not, people let them in to come check out the cabinets, okay? The second study was people went around neighborhoods, really nice neighborhoods, knocked on the doors and said, hey, could you do a small favor for us? Could you put this note in your window that says either save water or drive safe? And so the people are like, yeah, no problem. I'll put this in my window, okay? Then once again, 2 months later, a couple weeks later, come knock on the door. Hey, remember we had you put that placard in the window? Yeah, I remember that. It's still right here. Oh yeah, well, now we got this big 2 foot by 2 foot sign. Could you put it at the end of your driveway? Oh yeah, sure, no problem. We'll put it at the end of the driveway. And so in both instances, there was a small request made, a gap of time was left, and then a huge request was made. Okay, now there's a couple ways that you could use this for your product, your service, your widget, your gizmo. So here's what you do is you figure out a way to get to meet with the people that you want to meet with, maybe give them a survey, ask them for a small request. Hey, could you take a picture with our product or our service? Because what's happening is if you have a certain amount of real estate in the brain, and let's just say it's the size of this whiteboard, and you're asking people for something. I was going to try to do this with my hands, but I got a whiteboard behind me. Well, let's do a whiteboard, okay? So if this is all the area that somebody has in their brain, and then by you asking for them to do something, we just took up some mental real estate. That's what the foot in the door technique does. You're asking them for a really small favor up front, and then later on down the road, asking them for something bigger. Now, there's plenty of ways you can use this in marketing. There's plenty of ways you could use this in face-to-face sales, right? So there's the law of reciprocation that says if I give you a gift, here, have a pen, right? Have a dry erase marker. That you're more than likely to do something else for me. So they're two similar things, but they're spaced out over time. So just figure out a way that you can get to your buyer, to your client, and ask them to do something for you, something small today, knowing that you don't need it right now. You don't need it right now. You're going to wait, and it might be a couple of weeks, might be a month, and then you're going to use the foot in the door technique and ask them for something bigger, okay? That's how you use the foot in the door technique to your favor. Now, if you could do a small favor for me, in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story. That'd be fantastic. To the right, to the left, there's a subscribe button. You know what you got to do. You got to subscribe. And then you send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Why not even LinkedIn? Scott Sylvan Bell. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.